Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Now, if you don't think this song is the greatest song ever, I will fight you.
Gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's
What's up, comic fans, and welcome to Afternoon Delight, the comic quick hitter. And I gotta turn off that repeating voice of mine. So what's up, everybody? What's up? I already saw Trev was in the house. What's up, Trev? All right. So let's get into it. As people join in or not on their lunch break, we will just hang out and share some stuff. Actually thought I left my here's a look into my real world. Thought I left my charger for my laptop at work and got dressed real quick and was ready to run out the door, and there was my charger on the floor right next to the last place I used my laptop. It's like looking for the orange juice in the fridge. You just don't see it. And yes, let's go Chiefs! Patty Mahomes. That's my homie. He's actually on my fantasy football team. His rookie year, I drafted him in the sorry, no, not his rookie year, his second year. So the first year he started, I drafted him, I believe, in the 11th round in my fantasy keeper league. And so I think now I have to draft him as like a 7th round keeper coming into next year, maybe a 6th round. I will gladly pay that. I will gladly pay that price to keep Patty Mahomes on my fantasy football team. Right? I totally hate that too. But no, good game last night. Good game last night. I will say the call at the end, though, I think it was a good call. I mean, it happens all. I won't say it was a good call. That happens a lot, though, in football, those plays, and they let them go and they don't let them go. And that one, maybe they should have let go. I still think the Chiefs would have pulled it out, though, honestly. They solidified it. That just sealed the deal. So the end was a little anticlimactic, but overall, I thought it was a great game last night. Loved the fantasy football last night. Fantasy football. Loved the Super Bowl last night, and I love my. I'm thinking about keeping Patty Mahomes next year, and I love the option of having Patty Mahomes on my fantasy team for years to come. Yes. All right. So first off. Well, that is what happens when you have a mouse with too many buttons on it. you accidentally kick yourself out of the live stream. This is going well. All right. So no, but I hope everybody had an excellent Super Bowl. Stayed safe. I'm not sure what the celebration is like in Missouri, Kansas City, but hopefully you guys are chill. Act like you've been there, right? Because you have. And you'll probably be there for many more years to come. I was telling a coworker, I remember when the Giants won the Super Bowl, I was like in Midtown Manhattan, and New York is super like, we don't give a damn. And so I was just walking down the street, and the streets are completely empty. I mean, obviously everybody was at a Super Bowl party and doing after parties or whatever. And streets were empty. And I was just like, where's the celebration? Who's, nobody's celebrating. And then this one car just drives by me and they're like, woo, Giants! That was all the celebrating I saw the night the Giants won the Super Bowl. But we're very much like, we'll do it when it's planned at the parade. And then we go crazy. All right. So I'll just I'll share a few things in the next like 20 minutes, and then we'll go back to eating some sandwiches or whatever we do for lunch. I think I got some leftover wings. I am looking forward to those leftover wings. Yes. sir. I watched the Super Bowl yesterday, by the way, on like a 40-foot screen. It was like 40 feet by 20. I'm not sure what the ratio was, but it was like 23 feet tall or something like that. Ridiculous size screen. It was fun though. Really enjoyed it. Yep. All right. So first off, later today, we'll be having my previews of comics coming out. I did not put it out yesterday because who wants to compete with the Super Bowl? There were some YouTubers out there who tried to compete with the Super Bowl. Not sure how they did because I did not try to jump in the chats as I was busy watching the game, but maybe they did well. But yeah, that's coming out later. So here you got 2 books that I'm looking at this week. You got, hey, what's up, Dave? Dave's in the house. If you don't know, formerly Main Event Comics is now David's Comics and Wrestling. So we love it. And yeah, while Dave's here, why not?
Biggie. This goes out to you.
Little wrestling in there. Throw a little wrestling in there. All right. So what do we got? Yeah, I was saying we got Lazarus Planet, Dark Fate coming out. That's a book that I'm looking at this week. We'll go more into depth in it, obviously, in my new comic book preview. And then you got Nightcrawler's #1, part of that Sins of Sinister run. And we'll go into why I'm looking at that book as well. So those are just 2 books that will be on my new comic book day preview show. So I shared that. Boom. Let's. Durs, what's up? Always appreciate it. Stopping by while he's at work. Hey man, it didn't work out. But we'll move past this Super Bowl and we'll move into next year. But you guys had a remarkable season, really awesome season. And you're probably the chillest Philly fan I've met in a while. So, right, that avatar is pretty dope. So. Let's continuing on with the sharing. If anybody has anything to share, let me know. I will even put you in the chat so you can share it. All right. So next up on my list of things to share is, as you know, James Gunn running DC over there, and he, shared what shows were coming out and what DC shows and what DC movies were coming out. And so as a result of this, a lot of things that DC got sold out. And basically the gist of this is that a lot of trades, all collecting the stories of what these movies or TV shows will be based on, kind of just sold out. They were there, and a lot of them were just first prints or whatever. And James Gunn and Jim Lee got together, and they're going to reprint a lot of the things. So like The Authority sold out, right? I didn't think The Authority, right, would have been a book that would have had multiple printings. So that sold out quick because people want to read up on the story. Those people who don't want to own the floppies, which are going to go up in price, you just buy the trade, get it at a good affordable price. That ended up selling out, whatever was in stock, etc. Superman, Woman of Tomorrow, Superman, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and the Grant Morrison run of Superman. That also, all those books kind of sold out. And so DC is going to go back and reprint them so everybody can read them again. So you don't have to go spending astronomical prices if you want to read those stories. I mean, you can also just get the DC Infinite app, which you can read it digitally. But if you need a hard copy, a floppy copy, don't worry. DC will be reprinting a lot of those trades. So you can just get those. Order them at your LCS. Go to your LCS and say, hey, I want this trade when it's reprinted, and they will do it. All right, they will be back. What's up, Comics by the Bird in the house? What's up? What's up? Just chilling, sharing some info, doing some stuff for the lunch hour rush. Oh, if anybody needs one of these because you didn't get one, I got a couple because my LCS hooked me up. These are the Stormbreaker sketchbooks. I don't know. Hit me up on Instagram or something. I'll mail you one. But it's basically got all the artists for the upcoming year. Nick Klein's in here. Hasn't Nick Klein been like around for a long time? But that's the thing about the Stormbreakers. It's not young and upcoming artists. It's people who have, who are relatively new to Marvel. So not relatively new to the artist game, but relatively new Marvel people. Like Peach Momoko and Patrick Gleason were part of the last Stormbreakers. And they're both like established artists. So, but yeah, it just shows you each artist and some of the stuff they've been working on and what, how they got into comics, stuff like that. So if you didn't manage to get one from your LCS, hit me up on Instagram and I'll send you one of these sketchbooks. And don't worry about it. They were free. So besides for the shipping that I'll pay, it's not really cost me much to mail you one. But I only have a couple. So reach out if you want one. All right. Let's keep on sharing. All right. So before we get to reveal of a couple of cooler things, which are giveaways for when I get to 500. It's not if I get to 500, it's when. Sorry. But I've always been taught to be confident. So if you don't think or put it out into the universe, those things may not happen. So put it out in the universe. Be confident in yourself, guys. That's the main thing. Just remember to have confidence. And that is a very hard thing to do. Honestly, right? It may seem to come easy to some people. I guarantee you that was something that they worked on. It was not something that they were innately born with. Though some people do make it seem very easy. All right, so next thing I'm going to share is some autograph books in my collection. I've been trying to put them away, and I was like, hey, I'll share some of them. These are not the best ones I have in my collection. These are just the most recent ones that I was able to put my hands on. But this is Freak Snow Day. And this is just signed by the artist Kevin Rotelli. I mean the writer, sorry, not the artist. Did I say Freak Snow Day? It's just Freak Snow. And Revenge is a Drug. It's an interesting book. It's fun. It's a fun read. That was just something I picked up at C2E2 walking around. And that was from, I believe it was Behemoth, which is now some other name. And you see, that's what I'm talking about, right? Because you're good at going live, and everybody loves the comedy you bring, and you're entertaining, and that's the thing, right? You may feel like you're an idiot, but then that does not come across, right? So I guarantee that even the most confident people have something that makes them feel weird. It's a thing. It is truly a thing. David's back. Yes. Right? And that's the other thing. Be genuine. Because if you try to be fake, have fake confidence or fake bravado, that reads in a certain way too. So genuinely, Matt, you're awesome. Comics by the Bay. All right, this is just a Scott Snyder, recently signed at New York Comic Con. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this blank space, but all right. Don't worry, guys. We'll get to some good ones in a second. This is from Matthew Rosenberg, who sent me a little package, a little AOK, if you will. And Matthew Rosenberg, for those of you who don't know, I think he's pretty much on the A-list squad, right? So maybe he's an up-and-comer, maybe he's a B-pluser, but here's a quick Google search of Matthew Rosenberg comics will bring you up with, he did 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank with Tyler Boss, We Can Never Go Home, which is pretty decent, 2015. He did DC versus Vampires, which a lot of people have been reading. He did What's the Furthest Place from Here, which is still ongoing, right? He did The Punisher for a little bit. He did The Joker Presents a Puzzle Box, Hawkeye Freefall, which a lot of people have read. He did The Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing, which is ongoing now. He did a King in Black series from Marvel. And if you look here, there's 42 more. He is a very busy person. So that is Matthew Rosenberg, guys. Right? Do what you like. I originally started doing this because I couldn't go to comic shops and just talk to random people. So for me, it's hard to sometimes integrate myself into social settings, which I think is a thing a lot of people have, right? But the comic book shop was kind of the place where you had common interests, and so I couldn't have that outlet to kind of talk to people, during the pandemic. So I started doing the channel. So in the chats, I could at least have a few people and, start a few conversations here and there. And, even that is, it's hard sometimes talking in that realm too, right? On Instagram, a lot of times my conversations are very short with people. It's because, you don't, I think it goes back to the thing Matt said, you don't want to feel like an idiot when you say something. So, but yeah, no, YouTube, started for me. It was just to entertain myself and to have an outlet to share what I wanted to say when I was, going to comic shops and such. So yeah, do a video, make it entertaining for yourself. Don't try to pander. And I think that, will work for you. Yeah. This is actually, Aaron, there's a video, in my catalog of videos where I show what Matthew Rosenberg sent me. So it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. A-OK. I had when What's the Furthest Place from Here came out, I had sent a message on Twitter just saying how I had bought the comic like years ago at New York Comic Con. He had it on the table. It hadn't yet been picked up by Image. So he had printed it himself. So him and Tyler Boss, and I picked it up and I got that issue signed by him and Tyler Boss. And yeah, I own like a 1 in 200 or 300 version of that before it was even picked up by a main, which is not the main thing. I was just like, I love this story, and I was waiting for the rest of it to come out, and it came out like I think it's been 3 or 4 years since I bought issue 1, so it took that long for between issue 1 and then for it to get picked up by Image and actually printed for it to come out. And yeah, I got a message from him, and it said, "Hey, what's your address?" And I sent it to him, and then I didn't hear anything back from him, and then a package just arrived, and yeah, it was cool. And it was addressed to Just Will, because I don't think on Twitter I have my last name up there. So I don't even know how he knew my first name, because I think it's just this Cup of Comics. Maybe it says my name in there. I don't know. Anyway, it was addressed to Just Will. And yeah, the rest is history. Or the rest is in a video. So there we go. That's it. Here's some other cool ones. Here's an early Neil Adams Action Comics cover, and it's signed by Neil Adams. And I got this at Midtown Comics. So I went to a Midtown Comics signing, and he was there. He was very nice. I mean, honestly, His artwork is, I don't know if you've ever been to a show where he was. He recently passed. But very nice guy, but his artwork was phenomenally expensive. And I mean, he was pretty much the guy who brought the movement of artists getting paid what they're worth. And so they didn't live paycheck for paycheck, or when the game was done with them, when the comics were done, they weren't starving artists. And I mean, it still happens, but at least they get a fair share of their artwork, and they get to own, some stuff, some rights. At least they get their original artwork back. The big companies used to just keep the artwork, and so the artist would submit it, and that was it. So at least they can, make a little extra off the original artwork. So yeah, Neil Adams signed that for me, and he was a really nice guy. Really nice guy. Here's David Borer and Zucker, Canto #1. This is the Whatnot exclusive, but it's basically the almost the same as the original cover. I think it was. I don't remember. But here you got the Whatnot. Interesting thing about Canto too, to get a 9.8 of the original #1, very hard, because there was like a printing error, and a lot of the covers just had a wrinkle in it. So, right. And Neil Adams did some phenomenal covers. A lot of them the covers are just iconic. So that was cool. Got a little remark. Oop. There we go. And yes, what else? Who else do we have here? All right. We got Robert Kirkman. So that's pretty dope. Here is a Marv Wolfman. And this is a Teen Titans cover from like 3 or 4 years ago. Reprints Teen Titans #1. Or Teen Titans #1. So that's Marv Wolfman. And then tonight, guys, on my Monday Night Raw books, we'll be giving this away. This is a James Tynion IV signed Closet from Midtown Comics. So that's it. Nothing on the back. But it comes with a COA, if you like COAs. Some people, that means nothing. But if you want to send it to CBCS, I'm sure they'll verify it for you, because I got that from Tynion himself. And then whenever you do, so Midtown Comics will sell comics and send you a COA, and their COAs are not the greatest. They started putting barcodes on there so they can scan them to tell the authenticity of them, but other than that, doesn't matter. But if you go to the in-person, they'll just give you the slip, and you just put it in your bag and board, whatever bag and board you brought for your book. Or you can buy it from them. Sometimes they'll post them on the website, and they'll send it to you with a bag and board. And I probably charge you an extra 50 cents, I think. But for the most part, you get it for cover price. So yeah. All right. And if you win later tonight and you were here earlier, just type in #JT tonight and just mention it, and you'll get some extra bucks when you win. All right, moving on, because we're at the 23-minute mark, and we're trying to keep these in a half hour. The last thing I have to show you in person is tonight we will be unboxing this package, which took 4 days to get to me, from CBCS, and I sent this out. I'm gonna do some research on the exact date, but it's been about a year. So I sent this out roughly 12 months ago. Got it back now, and it's from CBCS. So we got some slabs in here. I think there's 6 slabs in there. And for those of you who are familiar with it, I used one of these. So I submitted 4 books, got 1 free, and then I threw in an extra book that I wanted to get slabs. So instead of 5 books, I sent in 6. No discount on the 6th one, which is fine. All right, and then I know I mentioned it last week, and I showed you some. Tonight will be an unboxing, but not a Raw unboxing, right? It's Monday Night Raw books. I'm gonna have to change it to Monday Night Slab books, at least for one night only. It's a pay-per-view event. Pay-per-view. All right. And David, we're gonna have to get you on my show. I don't know if you want to go live or not, but it's Monday Night Raw Books. I mean, come on, it's as close to wrestling and comics as you can get, besides for your channel, which is wrestling and comics. All right. So last week I had said 500 subscribers. We're getting there. I'm figuring out all the logistics, but this is definitely going to be a piece of it. And I actually got it from my comic shop. So last week I showed some pictures. Now it is actually in hand. So it is in reality, guys. At 500, somebody will be getting this dope 9.8. Something is Killing the Children, #1, 8th printing. So, and this is all provided by my LCS Red Shirt Comics on Long Island. You can go to redshirtcomics.com, as I sound like a commercial. But yeah, they have a website if you want to check them out. They do sell stuff. You can call them. They mail stuff. Sell stuff. Of course, they sell stuff. It's a comic book shop. They do mail stuff, so you can buy it from them. Probably just pay whatever shipping is, first class. No media mail. They do it official. They print it all out. You get your nice little label. They know how to package stuff. So yeah, thanks to Red Shirt Comics again and Josh over there for providing me with such an awesome gift to give away to my 500 subscriber crowd. Besides for that, you know, you'll get the trying to see if I have any. I have these keychains. Maybe I'll send you a keychain too with the slab. Kids. Yeah, that's right. You have to deal with the kids. But I'd love to have my wrestling fans on with a Monday Night Raw Books. Bring a little nicety to a little realism to the wrestling theme. You know, Raw Dog, that's not bad. Raw Dog. We'll do some Raw Books tonight too. I have so many. I've been unpacking so many boxes, like so many peanuts. Ugh. All right, guys. So I'm gonna say merch. Huh. Oh, speaking of merch, guys, check out this T-shirt I got. This is old, but it's signed by Kevin Smith and the rest. Well, not all the comic book men, but most of the comic book men. So it's Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes up top, and then you got Walt Flanagan and Kevin. I forget the other comic book guy's name, but embarrassing. But I got a couple of them. But yeah, it's kind of the logo for now. We'll see what happens when we get there up there. Steve, my boy Steve, in the house. So yeah, that shirt was signed by Kevin Smith, like I was saying, Jason Mewes, Walt Flanagan, and Mike. What did I say before? Kevin? Walt Flanagan and Mike Zabzik. So Kevin Smith, Walt Flanagan, Jason Mewes, and Mike Zabzik signed it. I got that over at the Stash, which is Kevin Smith's comic book store in New Jersey. So, and it's not close. You would think, you know, New York, New Jersey, pretty close. No, not really. So everybody here, knowing everybody. By the way, Aaron dropped another video this week. So, I mean, everybody here has dropped another video, but Aaron's pretty new to the game. He's got 3 videos up, all pretty good. So check them out. This was Frank Miller, Daredevil. So if you're a Daredevil Frank Miller fan, I would totally check it out. It's good stuff. All right, guys. So I guess we're almost at the half-hour mark. So, oh yeah, drop your link. Aaron, are you Well, I can't really drop it because he's not a oh. No, David, you're now a moderator because full disclosure, I hit the wrong button, but I don't care. You're a good person to have in there as a moderator. And Aaron, you are also a moderator, so now you can drop your link. But yeah, all right, guys. So like I was saying, when we get to 500, we're gonna have a giveaway. We got some stuff, and yeah, it's been a good couple of weeks, honestly. I will say that I have started pumping out more videos, and that does work, and keeping a routine, which also works. So if you're looking to improve your subs, those things do help. It's gotten to the point now where people in my family, like my mom, are saying, I'm getting tired of having to hit likes on videos because you have too many coming out. So it's fine. But no, my mom's my biggest number one supporter, girlfriend too. Just everybody is like, what is going on? And I'm like, you know what? I'm determined to get to 500, and so we're gonna make it work. What do numbers mean? I don't know. We'll see when I get to 500. It may mean a lot. I might have a big smile on my face. But yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been good. And it's been interesting doing the research to figure out what works and what doesn't. But yeah, my 461, and I just wanted to say thank you. I guess all that rambling was just to say thank you guys for your continued support, and it's awesome. And thank you for supporting Aaron. And that's it. And it looks like shorts are it's so much easier to do a full video and then chop it up however you need it, or just go live. But yeah, shorts do help. I do put them out every once in a while. I do more card-based shorts, so I'll do sports cards and Pokemon cards and maybe quick comic covers, but like nothing too crazy on the shorts. Maybe I'll start doing funnies. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up. But thank you very much for joining, comic fans. I mean, do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get ready for tonight's show. Or you can. Daisy Dukes, it is indeed. Yeah, and remember tonight's hashtag, if you were here, is hashtag JT. So you join us later and you win, drop that in the comments, and you will get some extras. And just so you know, I've been keeping track of our winners. And so far, we have Alex Tapia as a winner. Trev, you were a winner. I'll let you know when that package goes out. Too Tasty won some stuff. Tyler from Whack Comics. Hojo won some stuff. And then Matt. Sorry, Matt. I keep saying the wrong one. Dave won some stuff, and he gifted that to Cat Fan. And then Gary B, Chop. Trev won a second time. So, Trev, you got extra stuff coming. I'm keeping track of it. So don't worry. If you haven't gotten your stuff yet, it's coming. It's coming. I do work weekends. So when I work some weekends, I wasn't working yesterday, but yesterday was a Super Bowl. So it's hard to get stuff done. Yeah, Trev, you won something at some point. You're on my list. Don't question it. You're on my list. Oh, you know what? You won from I did like one of those hashtags in my video, and I think you and Chop were the only two people to catch the hashtag. And so it's not very hard when you're one of two to win a prize. So You just made the list. So, nah, that list has been around for a while. But yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get some food. I'm starving, guys. Thank you for joining me. I will see you tonight if you show up at Monday Night Raw Books. We'll be doing the CBCS slabs and some other Raw books. Until then, stay safe. Peace. And thank you again.